Yo, what's up, my comic book peeps? Your boy J-Rock right here. Welcome back to Comic Swag. If it's your first time here, welcome. Hopefully you hit that subscribe button. That will keep you updated on your feed every time a new video drops. That's assuming you like what you see here, right? I was kind of curious to see what are the top selling comic books. So if you were curious like me, then stick around for this video. We might get some answers here for you. So I was gonna check the top 10 because or else this video will run forever, right? And this is gonna be, it's gonna exclude single issues, right? Because this is a more of a collected edition comic books. I do collect some single issues, but we mostly talk about hardcovers, trade paperbacks, omnibuses, compendiums, stuff like that, right? So anything that was single issues, I'm skipped. There was some digital stuff we do also collect digital or buy digital, but I'm not gonna count those either, right? I'm just gonna count the physical media. I will do some honorable mentions for the digital copies as well, though. So let's just get started on this. Right away, I'm gonna let you know wasn't that much of a surprise for me because this has been number one for like, I don't know, probably 3 months. So this is gonna be just how the order of things are this week. They change from week to week if another book spikes in sales, right? So the number one selling book was a digital copy of Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. That's cast like 10 weeks at number one, right? Maybe even longer since I checked. It's been number one. The digital copy's number one. Number two has been the amount of views it gets on Kindle Unlimited or Comixology Unlimited, right? So all across the board, it's just number one when it comes to graphic novels, comic books, single issues, anything in general. That's number one. So that's bravo for Ninja Turtles. I'm glad it's doing good because I am a fan of the Ninja Turtles. And now let's talk about the physical medium. What came in at number one? This was actually a big surprise to me. This is a 2019 series. It's called Spider-Ham: The Apocalypse. So this is written by Seb Wells. I have read some of Seb Wells' material. I do like him as a writer. He can be a little more easygoing, lighthearted, bit comedic. So it fits perfectly with a character like Spider-Ham, right? So this is a trade paperback, 5 issues. I don't know if it's just a miniseries or if it's an ongoing. But that's who it's written by, and that's the character. So that's at number one for physical copies, right? As far as trades, again, we're not counting single issues. All right, at number two, this probably isn't a surprise to a lot of people. It's written by Robert Kirkman. This is the Compendium of Invincible, Volume 1. This is at number two. A compendium's basically like an omnibus, right? It's about 1,000 pages or so. This collects the first 47 issues, written by Robert Kirkman. We all know he has quite a following, right? A massive following, right? Because Walking Dead, I mean, come on, it was crazy for like 5 years, right? Everybody was watching it. So he has a big following, and they're watching Invincible now because it has a show on Amazon Prime. I watched like the first 3 episodes. I wasn't really digging it, right? That wasn't my jam. But that doesn't mean a lot of other people don't like it, right? So the sales speak for themselves. It's at number 2. The artwork I have seen by Ryan Otley. It's my first introduction to kind of flipping to pages, seeing his art, and it's really good. I really enjoy the art. So maybe I'll watch some more episodes. If it wins me over, maybe I'll consider reading the comic book. But as of now, for me, that's like a pass. But it's at number 2, so a lot of people are digging it. They recently have released hardcovers of the compendiums, right? Volume 1. So, Volume 2 and 3 should follow soon. And I'll be interested to see if those sales, how they match up to the paperbacks. Right? Okay, so at number 3 is Nightwing Volume 1 trade paperback. This collects issues 78 to 83. It's about 120 pages or so. It's written by Tom Taylor. This series started back in 2018, and I believe it's the ongoing right now. I'm not 100% sure. I don't follow the character, but it's at number 3. So again, this is another very popular series, and usually those 6-issue trade paperbacks, they tend to sell a lot more than the hardcovers and omnibuses, right? Because I have seen on the print runs, usually the paperbacks that are like 150 pages or so, they'll have like 35,000 copies printed out, right? And the hardcovers will have like 10,000. Omnibuses will have like 3,000. So the bigger and more expensive the book is, the lower the print run, right? Although omnibuses and hardcovers have been spiking up, right? Like we've been getting bigger print runs because people want a large chunk all at once. So that's always cool to see as well, because that's what I collect. So it's cool to see it being more in demand. That way we get more series. At number 4 spot, is Invincible Compendium Volume 2. Oh my god, it has 2 of the top 4 spots. That's insane. So it shows you how popular this series is, and also, you know, how much help a good show can help you in the sales, right? Because it has an Amazon Prime show going on right now, which is pretty successful, and that can only be helping the sales, right? I've seen it as a trend on manga. When they drop an anime, a season, 10 episodes or whatever, bam, that manga starts selling like crazy, because people that watch the anime are like, let me check out the manga, right? Or people that already collect manga watch the anime and they're like, oh, now I want to buy the manga. So it seems like the same thing is happening here with Invincible. So at number 5 is Watchmen. Watchmen is at number 5. That's regular standard trade paperback. I'm surprised this thing is still constantly selling, because you think everybody already owns that trade paperback. What I think is probably, you know, new people come into the hobby. They're like, what do you recommend? And people usually recommend Watchmen or The Dark Knight, right? Those are the 2 things people always recommend. So I think it always gets people, newbies, to pick up the book while they start figuring out what kind of books they like or what their taste is, right? You're always going to start with the books that are the names you hear, right? These are the popular books you're going to hear all the time. And then you get into more obscure things that are not as popular, but you like, right? You'll find your niche, if you will. Also, honorable mention, at number 4, digitally, it was Ninja Turtles, the hardcover volume 1 from the IDW ongoing. That was at number 4, but we don't count digital. We're only counting physical. So that one collects the first 14 issues of Ninja Turtles, the more modern stuff. Great series, highly recommended. Check it out. If you don't like comic books, you might like that. It has a little bit of 80s action movie feel, and then some samurai kung fu stuff going on as well. So we were at number 5. Number 6. Oh my god, number 6. Compendium of Invincible Volume 3. So it took 3 of the top 6 spots. Man, that's crazy. You know, a lot of success here for Robert Kirkman and sales. And also the Ninja Turtles. Those 2 seem to come up a lot right here on this list. So kudos to both of them. At number 7 is Flashpoint. That's the standard trade paperback. It's at number 7. Not a big surprise. The movie came out recently. So with the movie, it gets people to pick up the book. Now, does it bring in new comic readers? I question that. It might bring in a few, not as much as we'd like, because they don't include the comic books in the movies, right? You don't have a commercial of the comics or them telling you check them out on Comixology. So anyways, what it does do is whenever you have a movie come out, whatever storyline it's based on, usually it's good if you bring out a hardcover or an omnibus that covers that storyline. That way the people that do buy it are gonna be people already collecting comics. They see the movie, they may have not had no interest in that book, but you're bringing it out in a new fancy format, and they see the movie and they get hyped. They're like, let me check out the comic. And it usually comes from the inside, right? From people that are already collecting books. So yeah, that's at number 7. Number 8 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the classic black and white stuff from Mirage Studios. Okay, so the trade paperback, the Ultimate Collections. They had the hardcovers done a while back. They're all out of print already. They're getting a little harder to find. But they're reprinting all this material in trade paperback. It's the exact same material. The pages inside, everything is exactly the same. They're just not hardcover. So it's a great place to start if you want to read the old school Ninja Turtles. Now, if you just want a good story, I would actually start with the more modern stuff than this stuff. But if you're a fan of just where it all started and how it evolved, this is great stuff right here. And it's the OG Kevin Eastman stuff and Peter Laird, right? So you see where how it started, how it's a little bit rougher, and how they improved and got better, right? Great stuff. So that's at number 8. Now at number 9, again Ninja Turtles, is the Ninja Turtles IDW, the new ongoing stuff. Again, the paperback. This is basically a reprint of the hardcover volume 1. The same first 14 issues of the new ongoing. They started around 2012, so it's much more modern art, more modern writing, and the story slightly changes. They're kind of different, right? So it's the same material that you see digitally or on the hardcover, but they're reprinting this stuff in trade paperback. I think they go for about $35, but online you can find them for $25 on InStockTrades.com. That's where I would go. It's the cheapest price you're gonna get. So great stuff. Definitely recommend picking up those books. It's about 15 of them right now. Pick up the first one, see if you like it. Now at number 10, last one on the list. Take a guess, guys. Take a wild guess. Put in the comment section down below what you think it is, because it's the last one. Okay, enough. It's Spawn Compendium Volume 1. Now this stuff right here, oh my god, you get your bang for your buck. You really get your money's worth here. You get the first 50 issues of Spawn in one compendium. The compendium is 60 bucks. You get 50 issues. Again, go to instocktrades.com. You will get it for 35 bucks. Sometimes they have a sale for 30. So 35 bucks for 50 issues, that's like 70 cents an issue. Great stuff. Awesome art. You get all his great art. The only problem is you also get all his writing, right? And he over explains things so much with his writing. It's very dialogue heavy because he repeats the same things, right? But it's still worth it. If you just vaguely skim through the dialogue and enjoy the art, let the art kind of tell you the story, you can really enjoy this stuff. I really enjoyed it. Once I read it once and I kind of know what the characters say, the second time when I'm just flipping through it and not really reading the dialogue and looking at the art, I enjoyed it a lot more. Damn, so a lot of compendiums in this list, man. A lot of compendiums and a lot of, there's a few paperbacks. They were the same material as the hardcovers, right? But in paperback. So I guess your average person that's not like a hardcore collector likes to start off with, because these are all volume 1s I've noticed. So they like to start off with testing the waters with the paperbacks. Cheaper, see if they enjoy them. As you get deeper into the hobby, you start splurging a little more, right? And spending a little extra on the hardcovers. You know, you start going premium format. But yeah, I guess it's always easier to start with the paperbacks to see if you like the material first. Yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought would be in this list that it surprisingly isn't. One thing, I thought they'd be maybe an omnibus or two, and no omnibuses. So based on sales here, it shows compendiums seem to sell a lot more than the omnibuses, right? It's got to be because of the price difference. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. Let me know if anything surprised you here. Me personally was kind of surprised to not see any Batman here. There was quite a bit of them in digital copies sold, right? But there was no physical copies of Batman. That threw me for a loop. I would have thought the Batman was sold like crazy, right? Okay, so he seems to not be in the list. Okay, now this list, this is Amazon sales. So sales on other websites can be completely different, right? But Amazon is the largest retailer of the books, so this gives you like a better gauge of what's hot and what's not. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Also follow me on Instagram, Comic Swag on Instagram, and maybe I'll post a raffle or something there on Instagram, right? So yeah, other than that, just like to thank you guys. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way it keeps you notified on your feed every time a new video drops. You know, go ahead and stay safe out there. And other than that, I'll check you guys out next time.